It's her birthday. But he don't even know it, but he just ruined the rest of his life. God damn, look at this thing. Look at this thing. He knows it's bad decision. Why are you doing that, bro? What's she doing? Yeah, exactly. See how she doing? Oh, shit.
My God. Ooh, what? Friend! I'm so sorry. I said some friend. She took the money.
All these people, why would you say you keep saying no? How you keep saying no for? I ain't did nothing wrong. I ain't did nothing but right. How would you say no?
John, why you say no?
Why would you say no? I mean, this was a better place. I know he did Walmart last time. I mean, but this a lot better place. You know what?
Tell us the truth!
Man, let me tell y'all something, brothers. I want y'all to understand. We got to start holding ourselves to the standard that God put us here to hold ourselves to. Like this whole thing where as a man, you're supposed to be in a position of servitude and all of this, man, and leadership is service and all. Man, we don't care nothing about that. That's that Boyce Watkins talk. As a man, dog, you got to stop putting yourself on Front Street like this. Because I'm going to tell you like this. We live in a society where a woman doesn't want the traditional thing. She wants something new. But remember, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. She's seeking a thrill that's never going to be there. Now, when I say women, of course, you know, I don't mean all women. I know I got to say that for some of y'all beta male simp anginas and y'all women that just got to be able to say something. I'm not saying all women, but modern women want a certain thrill that they can't get anymore. There's no thrill to a woman having a wedding anymore. Man, listen, they live in a fantasy world. They can create a better wedding than that on some game they playing, or they can put on a VR. The VR headset, man, look into that and have a better wedding. They need a bigger thrill. They need a thrill that you can't provide. But let's listen to Jessie Woo talk about this, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip. And we'll also see later what Big Gipp, Goody Mob Gipp, has to say about the way that marriage is structured these days and who is for and who is not for. But let's take a listen to this, man. We'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Those of you men who are not getting the women that you want, the truth is a lot of you guys are boring. Say hookah, Hennessy, lem chops. You have no conversation. You're not exciting. You don't plan an actual experience. Hookah, Hennessy, lem chops. Nou pa gen passport. You don't want to travel nowhere. You don't want to try different food. Say lem chops. Lem chops, mashed potato, hookah, Hennessy.
Now, you know, when you hear her talk, man, when you hear the way she's behaving and you look at that face she has on her, even with all that makeup on, man, she's average at best, but that's not the point. When you hear a woman talking about all the things you don't do to get the woman that you want, the problem is the type of woman that you want. Like, you want a woman like her. She's trash. She's not a woman worth having. Look at how she's behaving on social media. Look how she's behaving, recording herself behaving like this. Now, just tell me this. If you were out in public with her, would you not be embarrassed to have her acting like this? But this is the true her. But I want y'all to understand something. There's a bigger problem here. The problem is y'all too busy trying to please a woman. God put a woman here to be a helpmeet. He didn't put you here to be a helpmeet. So when a woman say you don't want to try new food, well, I'm not going to try new food because half of the stuff you want to try, God told me not to eat. I'm not finna go nowhere and eat no seafood with you. God told me not to eat it. I'm not finna go nowhere and eat no animal that doesn't have a split hoof and chew grass because God told me not to eat it. I'm not about to go nowhere and eat none of these eagles and hawks and osprey and all these things that you want to try. God told me not to eat it. I'm not finna eat any creeping, crawling thing that come from the ground and crawl on all fours or crawl. I'm not finna eat it because God told me not to eat it. You want to try some new food? How many different lettuces have you heard of? Probably romaine, spinach, and kale. She probably never heard of chard. Probably never heard of Mizuna. Probably never heard of Tango. Probably never heard of red oak. Maybe heard of red leaf and green leaf. But what about the rest of them? Do you know the difference between red kale and green kale? No. So yes, I want to try different foods. But broad, if you're going to eat with me, you're going to eat what I want to eat. If you're going to travel with me, you're going to go where I want to go. If you're going to have an experience with me, you're going to have the experience that I want to have. You can stay your ass at home.
All the way is the same thing. It's no adventure with y'all. If you are a man in the dating pool right now, ask yourself, are you an experience? We want an experience this year. Experience.
Women want an experience this year. But what are you getting for that experience? Are you getting some new box that's never been opened before? No. Are you getting, that's it. That's the only question. Shing, if you're doing all of that, if you're providing experience and you're paying for all this and doing all that, what else are you getting for all of this experience? Nothing. There's nothing left for you. Because the reality is, as a man, you should want a certain type of woman who don't need all of that. You should want a woman who understands peace, who wants peace, who needs peace, who prizes peace, who appreciates peace. If you're in the dating pool, yeah, this is what you're going to get. But you shouldn't even want a woman who's in the dating pool. A woman who's in the dating pool is willing to be a serial dater. A woman who's in the dating pool is willing to have a roster of men. Granted, bro, I don't even want to be the star player on her roster. I don't want to be no part of her roster. I'm not finna be on no woman roster, dog. You understand? Listen, even if a woman have a roster and I'm the star, I'm talking about when I show up, everybody come off the court. I don't even want to be that. You know what I want? I want a woman who take all this makeup and shit off and come online with just her natural face. Do that for a change. Let's see what your natural face look like. Let's see the imperfections on your face and see how you embrace them. Or at least just put on a little bit. That woman look like somebody candy painted her face sunburned orange. This ain't what we're about, brothers. Y'all got to remember, man, don't let these women tell you what you should be doing to get a woman. What woman you want? Why you can't get the woman you want? These guys are out here telling you, man, to chase these scallywags, dog. And that's just not what we need to be doing. That's not what God put us here to do, man. Especially we ain't going to take it from a woman, man, who we don't even know what she really look like her, who acts this way. Man, this woman's a hood rat. We don't care what the hood rats say. But let's listen to Big Gipp talk about how he married young and it was a mistake and how, you should just, a lot of these things are OG moves to make. And maybe they're not moves that we should make at all. But let's take a listen to Gipp, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
I got married young. I would tell any young person, don't even think about marriage until you're about 35, because marriage is really for grown people. It's not for kids. Especially right now in the world we live in. If your girl don't understand taxes, don't understand a lot of things that come with being married, I just don't think the marriage will last. They got to do things to keep women emotionally attached to them. But women got to also understand that if you marry a dude that's a chilled out kind of guy, don't get married to him and expect him to turn and did it. It ain't gonna work either. I ain't been in the situation, I was with a girl for 5 years, and then when it get to the 5th year, she was like, we either get married or shit, it's over with. I was like, well, shit, it's over with, cause you ain't gonna force me into no time span to get married. And even though she was rich, I tell women all the time, women with money and women without money, them two different type women. If you ever had a girl that got there and got the gates outside, she really wants you to chill inside all the time. For sure. And for a player, you gonna fall out. If you ain't got enough money, you don't need to be with nothing like that, because you gonna lose. Just understand where you are personally and her financially before y'all do something like get married.
Being a man who got married young, man, I think Gipp can give you some pointers on, not doing that young. Because here's the thing, bro. It takes so much effort and energy when you enter into a situation like that where you already got to have your money together. Like, you're not going to have no time to get your money together. You got to be at a point where your money already working for you. Or you got to have a woman who comes right in and jumps right in on the build. And I think that's the problem with a lot of you men. Y'all will wife up a woman just because of the way she looks and she ain't coming in on the build. Bro, I want y'all to remember this and never forget it. If a woman cannot contribute to the process of your progress in whatever way that may be for you, then she's only going to take and extract resources from you. And I just think as a man out here, you just can't afford to live that life. You can't afford to be in a situation where a woman doesn't benefit your life at all, because life is expensive, life is tough, and there's only 24 hours in every day. So days are passing by. Before you know the day is gone, it's 2 days later, because you focused on what you need to do. And so if you have any negative energy coming from the woman around you, bro, it's not going to benefit your life. It's going to slow your life down. And one point Gipp made is very interesting about, a woman who really getting money. If she got the gates outside the house, she wants you to be in the house. That's just a woman who doesn't have confidence, man. She has stuff confidence. And so she wants to always keep you around that stuff, because she knows that that's the one leg up she has on other women around her. But that's how men think. That's That's that man think, okay, let me put her in this lap of luxury. And, that way, I can keep her from out the streets. But it never works. It never works because you got to understand this. If you're going to be dealing with a woman who getting money like that, man, you got to apply the prism of the ism. That's the problem. I don't think Gipp did that. You around a rich woman, boy, you got to figure out how to funnel that money into something you want to do. I ain't saying just take the woman money and ball out and buy clothes and cars and all that. Nope. I'm saying you got access to them resources. Man, listen, funnel them in something you want to do, man, to make them grow. You understand? Let's say this. If you got 100,000 and you with a woman, man, who worth 2 million, then hey man, you got to figure out a way to funnel that 2 million, man, and funnel it into some things. You understand? Because she will appreciate and respect the fact that you know how to make some shake something, that you know how to make something grow. She'll appreciate that. And by the time you at that, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 fat, you should have some ideas in your head that you already stacking up to put into place. You get into the money. Hey man, you make the money work. I ain't saying no get rich quick or no harebrained schemes. I'm talking about things, man, that you already got in play and you building them up. And if you get that infusion of income, they'll go up. That's what I'm talking about. But you got to be in a proper mindset, and you also got to be a man, that feel like you ain't got no limit in life. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no limit to where I can grow. I don't see no limit. I don't see no limit to where I can grow. I don't see no limit to where I can go. You understand me? So there's no ceiling to where I look at it and say, oh, that's too high for me, or she's too high for me, or this life is too high for me. I don't look at it like that. Man, I think that's one of the main problems that we have as men. We have this ceiling on our expectations for ourselves. If you have a ceiling on the expectation for yourself, then you have a ceiling on the expectation for the quality of woman you need to have in your life. Take that ceiling off your expectation for yourself and keep grinding and growing. And as you grow, then you'll see that as you grow more, you deserve more. You understand? And that's just how it is, man. So look, y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this one, man.